What's up, y'all? I'm Big Jesse, and today I got an awesome story of how a party took a rough situation and turned it into a great game with an unexpected ending. Without further ado, let's get into it. I am new here, and this may not count as a horror story, and looking back, we might have been the horror players. I just discovered this sub exists, and I really want to share one of my favorite stories. This took place back before the turn of the century. You know, way back when. My friends and I were still in high school at the time. We were playing AD&D, Vampire the Masquerade, Immortal, really anything we could get our hands on. We had short attention spans, so most of the time we'd play a game for a few months, get bored, and change it up. We all took turns DMing, so there was a constant desire to try something new and no shortage of opportunity. This story takes place at the start of a new AD&D game. We go over to our friend's house. Let's call him Eric. We all love Eric. He is a great person, but not the best at DMing and really not a great role player. He has the imagination, but he gets on these power fantasy trips where he wants his character to be almighty with godly powers and gets truly upset when his character doesn't quote unquote win or isn't the best. Despite all of this, we play because Eric is our friend and we do love him. Eric gets up from the table where we're poring over tomes and making characters to get snacks or go to the restroom. At this point, he's already told us the basics for the story. We three will be led through a dungeon he created by his OP NPC, a paladin who is at least 2 levels higher than us and decked out in ridiculous magic gear. There is no point for our characters to really be there. This guy could potentially solo the dungeon. Me. I hate it when he plays these characters. It's not even an NPC. Sam, who is easily distracted. Shut up, man. Let's just watch a movie. Greg, who is not the devious kind. I think we should just kill his character. Dang! A light bulb appears, and so, while Eric is gone, we three begin to plot. We come up with a secret backstory for our characters. All 3 of us are from a local thieves guild. We took this job and are pretending to be strangers for the one and only purpose of murdering this paladin and stealing his magic gear. I play the traditional rogue. Sam plays as, oh man, I'm totally a thug fighter. And Greg, a cleric of the god of thieves. We wrap up planning and finish our characters. Eric runs his one-shot dungeon. It was a truly harrowing night in which we let Mr. Paladin take the brunt of the damage. Eric was more than happy with this. He gets to be the hero and show us how badass his NPC is. After hours of this, we beat the big bad evil guy of the dungeon crawl. I don't even remember what it was. We were at a fevered pitch because we knew where this was leading. We RP'd our little hearts out and even dropped hints throughout the game that we may have known each other or have histories beyond meeting that night. Eric doesn't notice as he is so wrapped up in being better than our characters and ever so slightly rubbing our faces in it. We escape the dungeon, which leads us to a quiet, moonlit graveyard with the sounds of the surrounding trees ever so slightly swaying and bending to the gentle winds. This is soon drowned out by Eric, the paladin giving a monologue on his accomplishments. I am amazing. Did you not see me in there? How could you miss it? Of course you witnessed the awesome power that I wield. You are all little peasants in comparison. Praise me, your savior! Sure, I'm quite injured and am too tired to manipulate the weave and smite any more enemies, but that's okay, for we no longer have enemies that need smite. That's when my NPC stabs him in the back, both metaphorically and literally, sinking a dagger deep within his shoulder blades. The real last fight is on. Oh God! What are you doing? I'm dying. Eric is shocked. We jumped the paladin and almost dead. Okay, I'm dead. Last breath. All done? Okay. We jumped the paladin and slaughtered him. Hey guys, if you like the story so far and you think that I've earned it, please consider hitting that like button. Also subscribe. That way you don't miss any more of my content. I mean, you're just gonna subscribe in like a month from now anyways, and then you're gonna look back on it and be like, oh man, I wish I would have just subscribed a month ago, because then I would have gotten all these videos immediately. Anyways, back to the story. Oh my, if I were to be peering from the outside at our group, I would have to believe that we were the finest group of thespian actors in the land. Didn't even see the betrayal coming, man. All right, I almost forgot I knew you, Thompsons. We like totally slumped that dude. Yes, my fighting friend, that paladin did drop like a sack of potatoes. That was totally awesome. Right. That was pretty awesome, wasn't it, bro? Praise the Lord for allowing us to guide him into the light. So what you're saying is your God guarded my dagger right in his back, did it? Whoa. I guess it kind of like totally did, didn't it? Guess so, bro. Man was mad. What the f did he think he was anyway? I do believe he thought he was some kind of righteous hero, warrior for the gods. And he thought we were the hairy bullocks just dragging all the phobia on him. What a wanker. We stand over the body, divvying up the loot as our characters begin complimenting each other on our fine acting and talk about heading back to the guild, leaving the paladin's corpse to rot. Eric was distraught. He was furious. He argued that we couldn't, that we shouldn't, until he finally broke down and started laughing. We played his game that he rigged and we won. I was proud that he took it so well. We had many truly wonderful adventures after that, but those characters never made another appearance. They served their one and only purpose, to deliver a big slice of humble pie. TLDR, the players plot the downfall of a DM on a self-insert power fantasy. I did not foresee this ending, with everyone at the table, including the DM, laughing, turning this potentially bad game into everyone having a good time at the table. I never think that it's a good idea to have player versus DM, but in this case, I can't really say anything against it, because at the end of the day, they all had fun, and that's all that we can ask for. Check out the description for a link to the original post, and also come join the Big Jesse Discord. Tell me about your D&D stories, or just come and say hi. Thank you so much for listening. Later.